Welcome back to Narrations, the channel where we bring movies to life through detailed retellings for anyone who wants the full experience without watching the whole film. Today we step into a world of cold shadows, hushed whispers, and loyalties that can't be trusted. This is Thomas Alfredson's Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy from 2011, a slow-burning, razor-sharp spy thriller adapted from John le Carré's legendary novel. The film drops us into the early 1970s, the height of the Cold War. The British intelligence agency, nicknamed the Circus, is facing one of its darkest crises. Their aging chief, known simply as Control, believes there's a mole at the very top of MI6, feeding secrets to the Soviets. But his suspicions are treated with skepticism, even contempt. Still, Control acts. He sends field agent Jim Prideaux on a secret mission to Hungary, hoping to flush out the traitor. But things go horribly wrong. Jim is ambushed, shot, and presumed dead. The operation collapses, and Control is forced out, along with his trusted right-hand man, George Smiley. Smiley, played with quiet intensity by Gary Oldman, fades into retirement. He's a man of silence, of small movements and watchful eyes, but beneath that calm exterior lies a razor-sharp mind. When a government minister approaches him in secret, Smiley is pulled back into the game. The suspicion hasn't gone away. Control may have been paranoid, but his belief in a mole seems more plausible than ever. And Smiley is tasked with uncovering the truth. The mole is said to be one of the four men at the very top of the circus. Control had given them code names: Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, and Poor Man. They are Percy Allaline, the current head of the circus, ambitious and smooth-talking; Bill Hayden, charming, brilliant, and deeply connected; Roy Bland, pragmatic and blunt; and Toby Esterhazy, slippery and opportunistic. One of them is betraying their country. Smiley must find out which. But this isn't James Bond. There are no shootouts in exotic locales, no gadgets to save the day. This is the Cold War as Le Carré knew it, a chess match fought in dingy offices, smoky safe houses, and with secrets whispered across crumbling walls. Smiley doesn't chase his prey with bullets. He dismantles them with patience. The investigation unfolds through fragments of testimony, flashbacks, and pieced-together reports. Smiley consults retired agents, like Connie Sachs, whose encyclopedic knowledge of Russian intelligence hides behind a fog of melancholy and whiskey. He digs into the aftermath of Jim Prideaux's failed mission, discovering that Jim survived but was broken by Soviet torture. Jim reveals that his capture was no accident. It was orchestrated to protect the mole inside the circus. The net begins to tighten. Smiley's interviews expose a web of lies and cover-ups. And as he listens, we see glimpses of his personal life, his wife, Anne, whose infidelity with one of the suspects wounds him silently but deeply. For Smiley, betrayal is both professional and personal, and yet he never lets emotion cloud his methodical progress. The circus itself, under Allaline's leadership, has struck a dubious deal known as Operation Witchcraft, supposedly a goldmine of Soviet intelligence. But Smiley grows certain that witchcraft is not a triumph, but a trap, a way for Moscow to manipulate British intelligence while shielding their mole. Piece by piece, Smiley assembles the puzzle. The final revelation comes with crushing inevitability. The mole is Bill Hayden. Handsome, brilliant Bill, the man everyone admired, the man Control never trusted, the man who also happened to be in Smiley's lover. The betrayal cuts Smiley in multiple directions at once. But in classic Le Carré fashion, there is no satisfaction in the truth. There is only exhaustion. Hayden is caught, not in a blaze of violence, but in a quiet, surgical trap laid by Smiley and his small team. The confirmation of his treachery is devastating to those who trusted him. Even Jim Prideaux, once Bill's closest friend, is shattered. In a quietly heartbreaking moment, Jim is the one who delivers the final justice, killing Bill in the shadows, ending the story with a whisper rather than a roar. And so Smiley, the quiet man in the background, the watcher of details, returns to power. He is brought in to take control of the circus, not through ambition, but because he was the only one who could untangle the rot. Yet the victory is hollow. The mole is gone, but the scars remain, on the agency, on Smiley's heart, and on the fragile trust between allies and enemies in a world where loyalty is always uncertain. That was Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, not a thriller of action, but of intelligence, patience, and the devastating price of betrayal. It's a film for those who like their mysteries layered, their characters haunted, and their truths delivered quietly but with devastating weight. If you enjoyed this narration, watch the movie, recommend it to someone who loves intricate spy dramas, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Narrations for more stories brought vividly to life.